Hey guys, welcome back to another video and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I would love if you subscribed to my channel. But getting right into today's video, so today's video was intended to be like a get it all done with me video, but our routine was a little bit thrown off, so it kind of turns out to be like a nighttime cleaning video. But either way, let's get on with the video. So first thing in the morning, I am putting in a load of laundry. I feel like I've been doing so much laundry since we've been in quarantine because we're just like constantly changing just regular plain t-shirts and stuff like that. But anyways, now I am tidying up our living room. It usually doesn't get very messy, but it's just like basic putting things back in their spots kind of thing. Then I am going to fill this unicorn like bouncy toy that I got for Savannah. I figured she would really like it because it's short enough to where her feet can touch the floor, and we have a lot of other like car or ride-on type of toys that she can't really use properly because her feet don't touch the floor. So I figured this would be like fun for her and she would enjoy it, and she did. I think she's a little bit scared of it still, but I'm sure she'll warm up to it and it'll be great and she'll love it. So I'm just blowing this up with the air, and I'm also making lunch at the same time, which is why I like kind of disappeared for a little bit because I had to check on that. So get your mind out of the gutter also. So yes, that is what I'm doing. So here's just a quick little clip of her on the unicorn. So she like kind of enjoys it, but then she kind of is like a little like freaked out by it, I think. But I think she's gonna love it. So anyways, what ended up happening this day was that she ended up napping very, very early for some reason. So everything kind of got like pushed to after her nap, but then I couldn't get things done because obviously I had to watch her. So here we are now after she's asleep. It's super late, and I'm just getting on with the cleaning. So this house looks like a mess, and my house regularly goes from clean to dirty very fast because honestly I live in my house throughout the day. I don't clean throughout the day as much as I should, to be honest, and then at night I kind of just deal with the mess, and that's just what works for me right now with having to take care of 2 dogs and a baby. It's not the easiest to just like drop everything I'm doing to like tidy up. Obviously I do try to clean as I go, but also a lot of the times when I'm making meals and stuff, it is rushed. So anyways, not that I have to justify anything, just letting you know that's how it is in my house. So you guys know the drill. I'm clearing our counter and loading our dishwasher. That's what I always do when I clean because it just like puts me in a better headspace. Everything just seems so much more organized, and then I can actually get into like actually cleaning surfaces and making things clean as opposed to just like not messy looking. So pretty random, you guys, but in this clip I'm actually texting my friend and we're just having this conversation about how we personally feel about our children having like sleepovers when they grow up. And when they grow up, I mean like in their like middle school and early teen, on like that type of age and that type of stage in life. And we were just talking about how life has changed in society and just the world has changed so much since we were younger, and like how it's so hard to trust people nowadays. But I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, if you guys have any opinions on this topic. But yeah, if you want to leave a comment, go ahead. I'd love to hear your opinion. So anyways, I am now wiping down the surface now that my counter has most of the clutter off. I also want to add, you guys see that clutter section in like the left side of my counter all the way at the end? That section needs like some serious organization, and I know, but it's like just so many miscellaneous things that like don't have spots. So I tried to organize it a little bit in this video, but honestly most of it just kind of stayed there. But I will definitely get to that soon. I just keep forgetting, and then it's just not a priority. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm just doing like my pots and pans. I mentioned this in another clean with me video, but I will continue to mention it. My pots and pans are dishwasher safe, but there's a few reasons why I don't dishwash them. One, and the main one honestly, is because they take up too much space, and dishwasher space is important obviously because we do the dishes like once a day, sometimes once every other day, and that's like mainly if we eat out or something. But if we're cooking at home, we do them once a day, so I don't want to spend all of my like dishwasher space on the pots and pans. And then the second reason is because I feel like they don't last as long if you dishwash them. They're obviously under a lot like stronger heat in the dishwasher, so I feel like that kind of takes off a lot of the coating and stuff, and they just need to be replaced more often. So I think it's just a better alternative completely to hand wash them. So I really try to hand wash them every night, and I'm gonna be honest, some days I choose not to wash my pots and I just wash them the following day or in the morning. And I know I'm not the only one in this. Maybe I might be the only one who wants to admit it, but I know I'm not the only one who does this. So anyways, washing my pots and pans, and yeah. Okay guys, onto my stove. I changed the position of my camera so that you guys can see better. So I'm just going to be like scraping off all of the like gunk and food that may be stuck on. Yes, as you can see, it's 9:21 at night and I am cleaning my stove. So here we are, just scraping anything that's stuck on. If you don't have this scraper and you own a glass cooktop, you need it. And honestly, even if you don't own a glass cooktop, it is so good at just scraping things off the counter that might be stuck. If you work with a lot of like dough or flour, it's also great with that if it like the dough dries on your counter. But anyways, I'm using some Dawn dish soap to just get all the grease off, and I think this is a really good alternative if you don't have or want to purchase like a cooktop cleaner. I do have a cooktop cleaner, but I don't use it every night. I use it maybe like once or twice a week on my cooktop to keep it like looking nice and shiny. But on the regular basis, I always just use my Dawn dish soap. Next thing I'm doing is spraying my fridge with stainless steel cleaner. I just noticed that it just looked kind of messy, or dirty I should say, but honestly spraying it didn't help much because I think it's just because my fridge is kind of old. Didn't go around and like take all the magnets off. I just didn't think that there was a point, but I'm sure when I like deep clean and stuff I will take them all off. Next, I'm going to do this little counter. You guys know about this counter if you watched my last video. It gets neglected, but it gets like oily, so we have to wipe it down. And next we are on to my sink. So all I do for my sink on a daily basis, or like regular basis is put some baking soda in it, scrub it around, and then wash it with some hot water. And I find that this works really, really good. As you see, I always use this cup because I don't have one of those sinks where like the head attachment comes off. I would like to do that and put that in eventually, because I feel like it's just so convenient, and I also don't like how shallow this sink is. So if we could change this sink out soon, that would be great, but not a priority. So okay, back to my counter. I'm just clearing off any other miscellaneous stuff, putting my wallet away in my purse, putting any garbage away in the garbage, and any recyclables into the recycling bag. And then I'm going to go ahead and dry these pots and pans and put those away as well. Now that my pots and pans are dry, I'm going to go ahead and wipe down the surface again and wipe down my windowsill. I have these plants here, and sometimes they'll get like a little bit of dirt on the windowsills, so just wiping that down and trying to see what I can do about this corner. And I end up going back to it, but yeah, I don't know, you guys. I need like to find homes for these things. So we picked some avocados from our tree, and they're ginormous, I know, but I'm just putting those into our little fruit basket so that they're not taking up too much space. Onto our dining table, I'm putting away anything that has to go in the pantry into the pantry, throwing out any garbage, napkins. I have some toys here that Savannah brought down when we came down with her, and I'm just setting those aside. What I'm doing right now is moving my table because it was like perfectly level, and then I moved it because Savannah was like walking around it and I was afraid that she would hit her head on the table, so I moved it up a little bit, but then it like got unlevel when I moved it, so now I'm trying to move it back so that it's level again, if that makes sense. So anyways, just trying to get any garbage and stuff away, put anything that's not supposed to be there in its proper spot. I do leave some stuff on the table. I'm not perfect, I'm sorry, but then I'm just wiping it down. Finally found my glass cleaner. If you watched my last video, you know I lost my glass cleaner and I had to deal with a streaky table, but found my glass cleaner. So wiping my table down. Okay, finally we are on to the floors. These floors, I feel like I'm constantly saying, oh my goodness, these floors need to be cleaned, and I'm vacuuming and mopping constantly in this room, and that's just what it is to have dogs and live in an area that rains all the time. Speaking of which, we are expecting a hurricane pretty soon, so you'll see. I'll go more into that later in the video, but anyways, I'm gonna continue to vacuum, and I do disappear in the clip for a little bit because I'm vacuuming the kitchen that's out of the frame, and that's usually for every video. If you guys ever see me like vacuuming, I do also vacuum the kitchen, you guys. I don't just neglect that part of my house. Now that we're done vacuuming, I'm going to give this room a quick mop. I'm just getting some new, or clean I should say, mop like pads, plugging in my little mop, and I'm going to go ahead and mop the floors. Since I've gotten this like mop, it's just been such a lifesaver. We used to use just like an average regular mop with a mop bucket, and it was such a hassle. I hated having to mop. I hated just like getting the bucket out, having to carry it and deal with the water and dumping it afterwards. Like every part of it was just so dreadful to me. And now that I got this, this is the Bissell Spinwave. I think it's like the Plus or something. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the regular one is like green and this one is supposed to be better, or I'm not honestly totally sure, but they were like close in price because this one was on sale, so I just got it and I have no complaints. So I'm doing that. I'm also mopping my kitchen floor. I am like really weird about oil splatter and it really bothers me, so mopping my kitchen floor is like always a plus. Also, now that I'm certain that there's no more dishes that have to go into the dishwasher, I am starting my dishwasher. Sometimes I forget to start my dishwasher, you guys, and then in the morning it's like the biggest disappointment, and I hope I'm not the only one that this happens to. Okay guys, this is what my kitchen slash family room dining area looks like at the end of the night. I just want to add, I don't put my rags in the like rag laundry basket right away. I usually wait till the next morning when they're dry so that they don't get moldy. Yeah, anyways, gonna get to this laundry in a second. However, I figured that this would be a good time to try and put these shutters on. So the day that I'm filming this is July 31st, Friday, and we are expecting a hurricane this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and it's not supposed to be too bad. I think it's tropical storm, hurricane category 1 potentially, and of course it can get stronger, and hurricanes are very unpredictable. But I am not a Floridian. I don't know anything about hurricanes. I don't know anything about preparing for a hurricane and what I need to do, and all I know is like the few articles I've read online. So I figured I don't want to do this last minute, so I'm gonna like experiment and see how much work it actually takes to put these shutters on. And it turns out it's really easy. It's just like the angle that my shutters were like where they met in the middle, you can kind of see like it's where my door is in the middle, so it was really hard to have my hand there and try to like shut the shutter. So at this point Brandon is like here and we're both just kind of like talking about this situation, but we did get it eventually. It's just like at a really weird angle that we had to screw the shutters on. But anyways, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out how these shutters go on, but I'm so glad that we have them. It was one of the must-haves when we bought a house. Like we needed a house with hurricane shutters. Last year when we were in an apartment was when Hurricane Dorian was supposed to hit, and it was supposed to be a category 5 hurricane that was like, you know, potentially very, very dangerous, and it was so scary to me, especially having like a baby that couldn't even walk at the time. It was something that I like genuinely feared, and when we bought a house I wanted to know that I had at least something that could prevent us from, you know, getting hit really bad and keep us safe. It's also a plus on your homeowner's insurance if you have hurricane shutters. So if you're looking into a house and you live in an area that gets hurricanes, then definitely make sure to look at hurricane shutters. Or high impact windows. I think that's like the new thing. Not sure. Okay guys, finally getting to this laundry, and of course Brandon shuts the lights off as I'm filming, accidentally of course, but getting back to the video. So I'm just folding this load of laundry. Savannah has been going through her pajamas really fast because we don't have that many in her size right now because she's just growing out of clothes so fast. So I'm just doing this load of laundry so that she has pajamas really. So anyways, after this we went upstairs and tried to put on some more of those hurricane shutters. Not too difficult. It was actually a lot easier now that we know what we're doing and what we're dealing with. But let me tell you, we have no idea how some of these screens on the windows come off. So I just feel like we're like such like amateurs at this. But anyways, that's it for this video, you guys. This is all I did. Somewhat of a productive day, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching again. Bye.